Hi BookTube, this is Johnny. I thought I'd make a video since it's been at least a day. Here in West Michigan it is 11, not 11, it's 12:01 in the afternoon on December the 12th, 2017. And it is snowing. And I've been writing in my diary. I'm on page 1103. Yeah, so not much going on here. I'm one of those moods where I'm kind of sick of everything. I don't know what it is. I made a video last night before I went to bed to post in BookTube, but I kept mentioning this band called X that I had been, well, the bass player in X, which was an LA punk band back in the late 70s, early 80s, the bass player is named John Doe, and he was on TV on some show that gives interviews. And I watched that last night, the interview with John Doe. John Doe, after X, he put out a bunch of solo records. And many years ago, when our son Josiah was home, he was into John Doe, and I started listening to him, and I have like 5, 6, 7 of his CDs. So, but he was in the band X, and I kept saying in the video XX, which is a current band that young people listen to, but I have a couple of CDs by XX, but so I said forget it. I kept mentioning the wrong band. It was just stupidity. And plus I was giving a big rant in the video about my view about Christmas. I'm not into holidays or holy days. I'm not really into Christmas. I'm not into Santa Claus. I'm not into Christmas trees or snowmans or anything like that. To me, this time of year is when you just think about the birth of the Messiah and how he came into this world, not to be born in a manger, but to go to the cross and die for sinners. That's why he came. He didn't come just to be born in a manger. He came to die in the place of sinners on Calvary's cross. So yeah, so I just kind of erased that video I made last night because it was just me ranting and raving. This morning I got out in my I suppose I'm kind of burnt out a little. You kind of stuff yourself with books and stuff yourself with words and stuff yourself with videos and you stuff yourself with news and you stuff yourself with all this stuff, and after a while you just can't put any more inside your brain. So what I do when I get in those kinds of states, I just read stuff that I can meditate on, that I can just ponder. And so I read books like Gregory the Great, More Reflections of the Book of Job. I've mentioned I just got this recently in the mail. So I read a little bit of this, and I read the Book of Job. In this Reflections on the Book of Job, Gregory the Great is expounding, I think he's on page, not page, but he's on chapter 28, and he expounding verse 10. He cuts out channels in the rocks, and his eyes see every precious thing. He dams up the streams from the trickling. What is hidden, he brings forth to light. So Greg the Great is kind of giving his allegorical, mystical interpretation of that text in Job 28, verses 10 and 11. So I was reading that. I did read last night a little bit. I've been mentioning I finished Blindness by Henry Green. And I started reading this a couple of months ago, this novel by Paul Farge, The Night Ocean, a novel. So I read that last night. And yesterday, I read some more of that biography on author Schlesinger, the Imperial historian, by Richard Aldous. I read some of that yesterday in my burnt out kind of state of being. Also, when I've been reading, I read yesterday some more of God Has Spoken in the Son of Biblical Theology of Hebrews. So I read a little bit of this, and I read a little bit of this commentary, just stuff that I can meditate on and ponder on these snowy, cold winter days here in West Michigan. And I know that these states of being, these sick of everything states kind of pass. You just have to wait them out. It could be the weather. I haven't been going out much. So yeah, not much else going on. Nothing coming in the mail this week. I can't go to thrift stores due to the bad weather. And so I just read, ponder, watch the birds, watch the snow fall. And yeah, life is just zooming by. So I hope you're having a good day, and I'll sign off. And until next time, bye.